the camera.
The men who chase geese. What happened? The camera froze? Well, it hasn't been used in a long time. It seems to be going slow. That's fine. Anyway, today, first I want to announce that we're getting back to schedule. We're off schedule for maybe about, 6 weeks.
Just about.
Because of vacations, and other things, and he's dealing with his own sexuality problems. Lack thereof. And that's how it is. So today we're doing, we did Krell last time, which I really didn't understand Krell. And today we're doing another arc, because after all, if you're not talking arcs, you're not talking Clone Wars with endless arcs. It's Kidnap, Slaves of the Republic, and Escape from a Kadavo. Okay. First, I'm going to tell you I'll give it 2 out of 5. Here's the good. It starts in episode 1 and ends there. You see in the episode 1, in Kidnap, which is the first of this arc, that you see they're dealing with Anakin's issue that that he comes from, that he was born a slave and his mother was a slave, and his hatred for slavery and slave drivers, and slave owners, and of which this group is these cat people, the what are they? The Zagirians. They're like a cat kind of people. Anyway, you see that, and you also see that Ahsoka is asked, and she's asked more and more in this season and over time by the Jedi, keep an eye on Anakin. Now that didn't happen in season 1 or 2 or 3 really. First of all, she's trusted more by Anakin to do a lot of things, which she just in this episode as an equal. He's really much a very equal partner. He doesn't see her as a Padawan. He feels it more equal the way he treats her, and he respects her to do more. And on the other, but he still doesn't talk about his past, and you still see he's angry at this group. So that's good, and you see that again, that she's now having to watch him again, which is. And you see her eyes a lot of times in this episode, especially the first episode, where she's kind of looking weird. It's like, because she has to be the one to pull him back from the brink a couple of times, and that's not really the job of the Padawan at all. Padawan's job is, but that their relationship is very different than other Padawan. So, but also again, it foreshadows what's going to happen. Okay, now the bad, which is a lot. It's a cliched. First of all, let's get to the fact that they talk about having an empire 4,000 years ago, which was based on slavery. Okay, I get it. They have robots now, so why do you need slaves? You have like you have like machines
that do not need
only far more efficient than organic slaves. So why do you need them? So it makes absolutely no sense to me why this. You just do, so also the other thing that they do over and over in every episode is you have to do what we want, Jedi, or we'll kill these slaves. That is that they had. So it's a frustrating 3 episodes to watch, because it's basically the Jedi can kill the crap out of you, beat the hell out of you, but you always hold over them every episode. Oh, do this, we'll kill the slaves. After it's like, this is stupid.
It's a terrible ultimatum.
It's dumb. Well, after all, it's dumb. It's like, screw you. Let's just kill you. I'm sick of this. So the only way. So you get to see these powerful Jedi humbled constantly because we have to protect the and she's just endless kind of this kind of threats, which is just ridiculous. After a while, it behaves very much like a video game where it's like, I beat the hell out of you, but the video game has constrained me with all these other stupid things I have to do, so I can't use my real powers I have in this game. That's what it feels like. I told you that same thing. That's what it feels like exactly. It's like, and another part is like, well, we can easily beat this thing, but we have other problems. It's just like a video game. So it was. I think it was full of cliches and everything. The queen falls in love with him. The queen falls in love with Anakin, which keeps her love alive. It's just everything is just it's just contrived. It didn't make no sense. As he's gonna bring up, I'm stealing it. That when Ahsoka's trying to free her people, she knows the combination lock, which she shouldn't know. Nope. It's just everything seems. And my favorite part about this whole thing, on top of everything else, is that the Jedi have gone out of their way by a million times. Anytime any of their Jedi, even a Padawan is affected, you've got 2 of their best generals, like the best general of all. who are in position, and you're gonna sit there and say, oh well, yeah, whatever. No, yeah, and the Kagirians is like, oh yeah, we're a minor power, and they'll just leave us alone. No, they gotta bring hell on you, which is what they do. Why wouldn't they? What do you think? You're gonna take their two best guys and just, oh yeah, we're just gonna walk away?
You got hostages. No, you've got a burnt empire.
Yeah, they'll crush it to the ground, which is exactly what they did.
Yep.
So you're thrilled when they blow everything up because you're like, first of all, they're backward idiots. They need a slave empire and they have robots. That's the first part. And the second part that drives you up a wall is that, again, I'm sick of these hostage missions. Well, you have to do it, the hostage will die. You have to do it, the hostage will die. It's like, oh, fuck you. So anyway, it's a 2 out of 5. It was full of cliches. And even the front part, they had the little words at the front of everything. Oh, a person who owns a slave is going to be a slave themselves. Like, what are you talking about? That makes no sense. So I think they're running out of fortune. As my friend said, they're running out of fortune cookies to put in front of this thing. Anyway, so my review is 2 out of 5. I ranted mostly because it was crap, and it had a couple of good parts in it. They trust Ahsoka more, and Ahsoka's really part of the team, and that's how Anakin sees her, and their relationship is very, very strong and very different, but it's very good. In a lot of ways, but also that she's watching him because he now is one going off the deep end, and she's got to watch it. So those are the two things you get from it. Anyway, so I'm done. You go.
Yeah, I'd agree with most of that. I'm actually going to give it a 3 out of 5, simply because I like the fact that they're showing Anakin's evil side, or not evil side, but his rage side. They put it in a sense where you're clearly supposed to side with Anakin here, but he takes it one step further. He's logically thinking, he does all these things, but then when he sees an instant slave or scum, he crushes the holocron, he crushes all these things, he goes after them, he kills them mercilessly, and you see this buildup of this Vader arc, because this is who he was since a child. And it shows basically his progression and Ahsoka's fear, in a sense, of what he will become.
You see it in her eyes.
Because she's been warned of this.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if she remembers because she got her mind wiped, but she's been warned of it, and the prophecy foretells of Anakin basically going up the deep end, and this is just one of the many series of events, and there's no better way to make Anakin the way he is when you have something like an entire planet of slaves, and they enslave Ahsoka's people nonetheless. So of course both Jedi
tell them about that.
Incredible amounts of bullshit going on in their life. What were you gonna say?
I love how they do all this to save. They do all of it to save these slaves. In the end, they save only 20 slaves. Like the entire population has been. It's like, oh no, we'll get over this. It's like there's only 20 of them left. So I mean, they literally saved like 20 of them.
And the governor's like, I think I'll join you. It's like, no, you're gonna join.
Well,
being neutral.
Well, here's the thing.
Is not a good idea.
Who cares what 20 people do?
Yep.
I mean, really, it's like we're 20 of us. Okay.
You kill an entire planet for 2 people.
But no, I mean, it's like we join you, we don't join you, we join the other side. We're 20 of us. I mean, we're not gonna have any effect. We're barely a village. How are you gonna have any effect on anything? Oh, we'll join you. Oh, because why? Because what? If we tell you, well, here's the thing. There's 20 of us on this whole planet. So if you want to come here and take it, what are we gonna do? I mean, there's 20 of us. So I just I don't know. It just story. At times they run out of story with this thing. Anyway, there we go. Okay, so next week is our favorite, a 4-part arc. Oh man, I can't wait to get a 4-part arc because a 3-part arc is the best. So it will be Deception, Friends and Enemies, The Box, and of course it has to end in Crisis in Naboo, because everything goes back to Naboo or the desert planet there, Tatooine, or there we go. And that's another story. And this does. Oh, I will mention this. It's one interesting fact is that this is one of the few times, quite frankly, in this season that you've had a decent, well, at least a real legitimate pairing of Ahsoka and Anakin. I mean, if you look at the first 3 seasons, it was heavy Ahsoka Anakin, heavy Anakin Ahsoka, heavy. Very light this season, and going forward, of course, there's not much left. And because I know how this ends, there's not really much left as far as Ahsoka and him really teaming up before. Well, I'm not going to bother going, but before the fall. Anyway, all right. So that's us signing off, and we're sorry for the delay, and it won't happen again because we're going to hopefully wrap this whole series up. What month is this? June? No, it's May. Hopefully, I'm hoping for July to wrap this whole thing up. I think we can get season 4 done.
Yeah.
Season 5, and then we're going to do one episode after that because there was an big article with a lot of other spoilers in it about what he wanted to do for season 6, 7, and 8. Just so we put it in, and from whatever we got from the Rebel stuff, we'll put it in there, and also kind of as a kind of a finish to this whole thing, which is taking us a while. So it'll be nice. But I think it'll be nice to do for the 5 people who watch it. But eventually, I assume people will watch it. So there you go. Anyway, see, look, have a good life, and be a potato.
You did like this episode.
I miss Boy.